Gabon is marking 1 year since the August 30th, 2023 military coup that ousted President Ali Bongo. The bloodless military coup ended 55 years of family rule, leaving the fate of the former dynasty in limbo. Henry Muguzi, the Kampala-based coordinator of the African Election Observers Network, spoke to VOA's Ndiho about the coup anniversary.
Gabon is quite interesting. I know that one of the interesting things coming out there is that the transitional president, he has assured the citizens that come 2025, the election will hold. So he's just a transitional president, and that remains to be seen, by the way, because Central Africa is an interesting part of Africa where there's something about Central Africa and the presidency and longevity, because three out of the 6 or 5 longest serving presidents are in this region. But that said, so we know that the electoral law has been amended. It is going through the process of parliament. I think the next couple of months that law should be reaching the president for assent. I also know that law is trying to open up space for political parties in opposition, but also citizen groups, civil society, to express themselves on issues of concern. I know that so there is a sense in which people are optimistic that maybe it was for the better that the coup happened.
Maybe that's why we didn't see a lot of pressure coming from the African Union, from the international community, calling on the coup or the junta leader to step aside. Like we've seen in other countries, in Niger, in Mali, and Burkina Faso, we've seen the international community, rise up to say these people need to step down. But we didn't see that kind of stuff happening in Gabon. So the timing could have been perfect for a coup in Gabon.
On the ground, when you talk to citizens on the streets, you hear them saying, "Oh, the prices of gas have gone down. At least the prices of sugar, rice have gone down. So inflation is being contained." And of course, the reason they gave was that the Electoral Commission had failed to deliver a free and fair election. Ondosa himself, who was claiming he had won, and so when he comes in and starts, determines that my starting point is going to be reforming the electoral law, which then would also give way for him to reform the electoral management body. You would see that he's, providing quick answers for the reason why the coup took place. But also, I think after, to liberate the country from what had been as the shackles of one family, and set it free, give it a new lease of life is something that I think many of the policymakers at African Union level thought that maybe it was justifiable. Military men and women in uniform are not to be trusted with power because they love it much more than civilians do. There is a way it tastes sweeter to the men and women in uniform than it would to the civilians, and so they cling on to it with all their might. So it remains to be seen whether really, after a few years, we will not descend into the very, challenges that, bedeviled the regime of the Bongo family.
That was Henry Muguzi, coordinator of the African Election Observers Network, based in Kampala, Uganda, speaking to VOA's Ndiho.